I love that. Pinpoint your pain points.
Oy,
I
a
love
quotable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence Radio.
Hello. Welcome back,
Hello,
everyone.
friends.
Hi. Grabe. So, right now, for today, we are doing a back-to-back recording kasi this is gonna be our last session of the
Yes.
year.
Oh.
Akalaan nyo yun, umabot tayo sa end ng
In
2021.
fairness, we survived, my friends. We survived, mga
did.
madams.
We really did. And for today's episode, we are gonna do one last Q&A session bago kami for next episode kasi we are gonna do like a rundown of 2021. So we'll have a year-end special. But for today, we'll spend one more hour answering your questions, making chika, and seeing how we can hopefully help you guys or enlighten or just, chika.
Truly.
Ayan.
Na-enjoy ko talaga tong mga chika
Ako din.
moments natin eh.
Yeah. Maybe
Tsaka
we
thank
should...
you everyone for sending over your questions.
Yes, thank you so much talaga. Kasi ang saya ng talk points natin pag kayo nagbibigay ng talk points.
Actually.
Sige. So speaking of, let's start with the questions. Maybe Madam, you can start with yours.
Ako, ang ganda namang question sa akin today. It's more of parang reflecting on my 2021 goal set. So, my first question is from Abby Bobes. Any goals set for 2022? So, honestly, ang self-review ko, annual self-review ko will be on Monday pa. Pero I have parang a brain dump din. So, ako, ang goals ko definitely for 2022 is to continue with being a healthy and inspiring leader. Kasi sa ngayon, I would definitely say na last half of the year, parang dun ko na-career talaga yung health. Parang I vividly remember us recording first part of 2021 na I wasn't exercising at all, no healthy food. Pero when I started focusing on my health and healthy eating talaga, grabe, parang sabi ko nga sa trainer ko, it's more of the physical changes I see in my body. Ang happiness ko right now is sobrang nakatulong talaga siya sa mental health ko. Parang, di ba yung iba, they get motivated to work out kasi gusto ko na magka-abs or gusto ko na magka-muscles. Parang ako ngayon, ang motivation ko talaga is to, to improve my mental health, to survive another day, ganong level. So, kasi, alam naman natin na 2021 has still been hard to all of us, but everything ebbs and flows naman. Pero one thing that definitely helped me cope with 2021 is yun nga, healthy meals and workouts. Yan sa fitness, definitely maraming projects pa na i-launch. So, ichichika ko din yan sa inyo soon. Pero definitely, ako, to continue being mindful with how I eat, with my workouts, with how I deal with life, being more mindful with life talaga. Kasi later, ichichika ko sa inyo kung ano yung theme ko for 2022.
Love it. I love themes talaga. Excited ako to know yours for 2022. So ikaw, Madam, ang goal mo for 2022 is more on fitness and health.
Talaga. Overall health. Rin talaga.
Love. Ako siguro, I would say my goal for 2022 is more on building my wealth pa rin. Kasi I started with 2021, yun talaga yung goal ko, like financial freedom and stability. And feeling ko parang nabitin ako sa 2021 eh. Kasi, I'm still in the early stages of my entrepreneur journey, my content creator journey. Literally, I started gaining a bigger following this year. As in, like, this year lang talaga ako nagkaroon ng ng following to be able to do this as a job full time.
Mm.
So I want to hopefully continue that momentum and build wealth this 2022. To be specific, I set goals for a bigger emergency fund. I also
Very
set
important.
goals to invest in real estate because I've been
Yay!
wanting to do that for so long. This feeling ko 2022 I can finally do it kasi syempre I'm a little conservative with money since it's not as stable as like a paycheck. I have to make my own paycheck. So ayun, I think 2022 I can start doing that. I'm really really excited na parang now I think I have a more objective approach to money, which, earlier this year, Madam, remember our first finance episode? I was like, I'm just gonna interview you guys kasi wala akong alam.
Hey, but
Ganun
now.
ako nag-start. So parang, okay, medyo I'm trying to continue lang what I've started this year and hopefully, we can achieve those goals. Hey,
Proud of you.
adulting. I feel
Yes,
like an
yes.
adult. I can buy all the mango shakes I want.
Hey, I'm proud of
Ay,
you, Madam. Super, super
thanks,
duper.
madam.
Let's
I
get those
try.
goals. Yeah.
Ay.
How about sa
Okay,
question
ako,
mo? Yeah.
speaking of money, monetizing, we have a question from Adrian Penguino. Alam mo, like, I've been online friends with him for a long time, but I never really figured out how to say his name properly because we've never met. I've been meaning to join him on his podcast as well. But anyway, so his question is, can you please go into detail about building your show and the process of finally monetizing it? So we mentioned earlier, I think the last episode we mentioned that we were able to monetize Camp Confidence. And I guess in a way, we also, both Riza and I have also monetized our content creator slash speaker ness. So this
Oh
year we
my
were able to
God.
land brand deals, which was something that we struggled with before. I believe like 2020, Madam, we were also recording Camp Confidence. Pero we didn't really earn that much through brand deals. We mostly relied on our businesses. So yun, that's what we achieved it this year,
Oh my
Madam. Naging
gosh.
content
Grabe.
creator tayo this year.
No, I am so excited. I'm so proud of us,
I mean, like,
honestly.
sorry, full-time content creator.
Hey.
Siguro maybe we can go back and forth. The first thing now we did was to set up a plan to actually monetize it. Kasi yung sources of income, we need to be intentional about that. It's not enough to produce a show. It's important also to plot and strategize. Okay, how can we sell this to brands? Because number one, that is the number one source of income for content creators. So whether it's podcasting, YouTube, I know Adrian has a YouTube channel as well. So ayan, if you're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, kahit ano pang platform, you need to think about how are brands going to work with you. You need to give them opportunities to work with you. So I guess what I've learned so far is to, number one, understand what kind of content you make and be consistent with it. Because for example, with me, I used to do morena makeup content, but I was very shy about it. Like I didn't claim it na I was a makeup or a skincare girl or like I was a trap. Parang I was all over the place. And it's hard to place you as a content creator na brands want to work with if you don't even know kung ano yung target audience mo, kung ano yung talagang topic na you do a lot. Consistency is also another thing. So this year, I was able to work with brands na or more on lifestyle, ganyan. And I think after I've established my personal brand, that's when it was easier for brands to also work with me kasi meron ng foundation. So ayun, I think that would be it for the first tip. Ikaw, madam, do you have anything in mind
Ako
monetization wise?
naman. Ako, monetization-wise, I would highly suggest that you read your data and analytics. Kasi
Yeah.
aside from enjoying what you do, of course, for you to be able to monetize it, kailangan the numbers would make sense. So, check kung ano ba yung mga gusto ng tao, ano ba yung pinapanood sa'yo ng tao, and maybe create more of it. And more than that, aside from analyzing your data, you also have to ask your community. Kasi kahit gaano pa kakonti yan, kahit you have 100 followers, if you ask them na, hey, what do you wanna learn from me? What do you wanna see from me? Mas doon may kasi ngayon, especially now that I am a brand owner, I look into people or influencers na hindi na ako tumitingin sa numbers ng followers. Tumitingin ako sa engagements. Tumitingin ako
Engagement.
sa insights. Gaano ba kadami yung nagko-comment sa video niya? Gaano ba kadami yung nagla-like sa video niya? So I think that would also be helpful na ask your community and analyze your data. That's tip number 2.
Love that. Totoo. I remember, madam, gumawa pa kami ng deck para sa sarili namin. So we had like our statistics, for social media, for Spotify, for YouTube, for Facebook group. As in, we laid it down para we can see. And if brands ever ask, like, okay, what can you offer us? We have that to show them. So ayun, it's really important to have your data prepared.
Right.
Another tip I would give is to join a community that enables you to monetize. So this year, meron big changes sa aming dalawa ni Rizza. Number one, we got a manager. So we are working with Yish Martin, who is a talented independent manager who really helped
Yes.
us not just land brand deals, but at the same time, build our content, professionalize content creation for us. Na ngayon, we have consistency, we have deadlines of not just branded content, but like regular content. It's not something
Right.
we do just because people or brands are paying us to do. It's something that we consistently do, and then we can just inject them into our system. Kumbaga. Another thing is we have PNA, which is Podcast Network Asia, which they're an amazing community of podcasters, and they are really professionalizing podcasting in the Philippines. So tuwang-tuwa talaga kami sa PNA kasi number one, we get to collaborate with brands. We learned how to, place ads. Like for example, yung mga breaks, yung mga ganyan. Parang kami before, I don't know, like we had no
Wala, chika
idea.
lang,
Yeah,
ganon.
chika lang kami. But ayun, parang they helped us establish our rates. They helped us reach out to brands, and they also helped us, get to know other podcasters in the community. So yun, it's important to promote your show, and at the same time have a community that will allow you to thrive. Kasi, with our community, it's not foreign to have brand deals, which is amazing. Kasi before, as an independent show, we didn't really know, like parang, 'di ba? We didn't know how to place ourselves, to position ourselves in the market, ganyan. But thanks to PNA, we were able to do that. So I'm sure that there is, because Adrian is based in the US, and there are a lot of networks as well that's similar to PNA. So maybe do your research, see what's the best fit for you, and then see how you can collaborate with them so that you can push your show even more para mag-scale siya in the following year.
Right. I
Mm-hmm.
agree. Ako naman, last tip, or if ever meron ka
Last.
pang idadagdag, madam. Last tip for me is, we were able to monetize and we were able to be consistent because we were able to delegate. So, this
Yeah.
March, we hired Hans. We welcomed him into the team. And sobra talaga intense yung growth namin
Yes.
when we hired Hans. Kasi kami ni Ayin, we are both busy with our businesses, our lives, personal brands, etc. So si Hans, he made sure na meron kaming napopost on Instagram, meron kaming napopost on YouTube, meron kaming, alam mo yun, parang it's very, very consistent. Kasi if it's just Ayin and I, sobrang nakakasabog siya ng utak. So,
Yeah.
yun, if you are able to delegate.
Mm.
If you can automate. So,
Yeah. I think
thank you,
it's
Hans.
really important. Yeah, thank you, Hans. It's really important rin to expand your team kasi, at the beginning, like I said, 'di ba, I started this by myself. Tapos parang it was going nowhere. It was so hard na alam mo yun, like it's a one woman show. It's parang it's hard kasi lack of accountability on my end kasi I'm one person. If I fail to do something, if I burn out, wala mangyayari. But then so Madam Riza was such a great addition talaga kasi parang it made it a real show na I was accountable every week to show up on a Wednesday. Na kasi nasa calendar namin to, it's gonna happen. But then even that wasn't enough kasi parang we were both in it na para kaming friends na chumchika lang, ganyan, ganyan. But
Oo.
then, parang adding hands to the group, parang we were like, okay, now we have the
Oo. It's
responsibility.
legit. Oo.
Mm-mm. Kasi parang nagkaroon kami ng responsibility to keep it going because obviously like how is the show going to work if we decided na we're tired for months at a
Oo.
time. Imagine kung pag na burnout kami and we were
Totoo.
gone for several months. That's not a very sustainable way to have a show. I guess looking at it from a business perspective, it's an investment to have more people take responsibility, accountability, and really go from there. I think one of my biggest ano ba yun? Like parang kinakabahan ako before to delegate because I was scared na oh no, like even like for my personal stuff. Like I was scared to get an assistant, I was scared to get like a business manager, I was scared to get an editor kasi iniisip ko, oh no, what if I hire them and there's not enough work for them to do? But then I realized that's my job. My job is to continue giving them work for it to make sense. So it's a good push. It's scary. It's a scary leap, but it's definitely a good push to professionalize content creation, what you do, because sometimes people see content creation as a hobby, and often it is. But if you want to take that leap from hobby to side hustle to full-time job, then you also need to act like it is a full-time job. It follows. The money will
Oo.
follow.
Yeah. Kaya
Mhm.
grabe talaga yung effort that you have to put into it. Kasi pag-isip pa lang ng content,
Mhm.
the energy you have to muster for you to be able to shoot, alam mo yun, parang yung
Mhm.
social battery mo na dapat laging charged
Yeah.
before you can go to recording. So, aside from wanting it to get to be monetized, you also have to be logical with every single step that you do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, still enjoying it. Ganon. Yung
Mm-mm.
ganong balance of everything.
Mm-mm. Really start treating it like a business, and it will give you rewards as if it's a business.
True.
And next
Super
question
true.
for you, Madam.
Okay. For my next question from Abby pa rin to. How was your self-growth this 2021?
Ooh! Ay, nako. What a year.
What a year. I know. Ako din, I can maybe start. Uh, my 2020-year-old self would definitely not recognize my 2021. Definitely, my 2021 self was, yes, still emotional, but more logical na. Parang I feel like, wow, I'm a legit CEO na she's just really, ano daw yun, yung parang hindi ka lang magbe-breakdown na clock ng buong maghapon.
Mm,
Parang kaya ko nang alam mo yun, talagang compartmentalize my
yeah.
energy, compartmentalize my emotions. I mean, I'm not parang putting my emotions away, pero parang binibigyan ko lang siya ng time slot para sa buhay ko, gano'n. Parang dapat naka-calendar siya sa'kin. Hindi naman, pero parang I feel like mas napagana ko na yung logical side of my brain, yung business side of my brain. Kasi I've always been the creative one. I've always been the, emotional one. Pero being an entrepreneur talaga kasi, it's okay to be emotional, it's okay to be the full-time creative, but kailangan mo rin talagang paganahin yung logical side, which was very, very hard for me at first. But yun nga, as CEO, you have to be able to steer the ship kung paano mo isi-steer yung kumpanya mo to a
Mm-hmm.
direction that would not sink.
Yeah.
So, ang dami-dami kong realizations, ang dami-dami kong lessons, ang dami, parang 2021 just really humbled me so much to the point na lagi kong tinatanong yung sarili ko, okay, ano yung lessons na mapupulot ko dito? Okay, umiiyak ako ngayon, pero what's next?
Yeah.
Parang hindi ko na hinahayaan yung sarili kong mag-sulk ng matagal
Mm-hmm.
kasi I have a lot of people to think about. Parang um, ang dami kong pamilyang iisipin na if I continue to sulk in my room, paano
Mm-hmm.
niya matutulungan yung mga responsibilidad ko? Ganon.
Totoo. Ang napapansin ko pa, madam, is while we were recording this year and, week by week, we would do this, parang you never really see the growth ng pagka-small increments. Parang it feels like, eto pa rin ako, umiiyak pa rin ako sa banyo, ganyan, ganyan.
Oo.
But then you look back and think of yourself from the past year and it's a completely different person. Pero while in the present, it feels like, wala naman nangyayari. Ganto pa rin ako. I'm the same person. Pero if you really, really reflect to like a whole year's worth of growth, you see na there is a lot and you really shouldn't underestimate yung mga araw-araw na pagbabago mo, yung mga adjustments mo from one situation to another. Kasi sometimes, di ba, we feel like, oh, andito na naman ako sa posisyon na to. Like, it's happening to me again. How did I get here again? Pero actually, each time it happens, you improve a little bit, improve a little bit, improve a little bit, until you get to a point na you look back and it's been a whole year and you're like, what? I did that.
Ooh, kinaya ko yun.
Kinaya ko naman.
We survived that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And well, I guess for me, it's kind of the same thing. Parang iniisip ko this year na hindi naman ako masyado nagbago, wala naman ako masyadong pagbabago from last year. But then when I really take a look at it and zoom in, marami-rami rin naman pala yung pinagbago ko as a person. I think number one, I was more not naman fearless, but maybe more courageous in pursuing opportunities. Kasi before, actually, I've always been idealistic. I've always been a dreamer. Pag meron akong gusto, I'm gonna dream about it. Like, madam, yung mga business ideas, yung mga content ideas, I would always dream about it. As in, di ba, ang dami kong gina-journal ng mga ganito, one day, this. Tapos parang, for the longest time, I've been thinking to myself, when do I actually make it happen? Because I've been dreaming for too long. And then I look back at it this year and I realized I went from dreamer to doer. And it's hard to really see that in the moment. Kasi in the moment, it feels like hindi mo siya na-achieve or hindi ka umuusad. Pero again, if you zoom out of the picture, you see na, oh, those little steps really took me places and I should celebrate that. So yung for example, building brands, like I have been so frustrated kasi hindi ko alam kung paano ko i-move yung Morena the label. Like I didn't know how to like move forward with that. With my YouTube content, I've been stagnant for so long. Because even like yesterday, I felt kind of like, what am I doing? Bakit hindi ako consistent? But actually, if I really look back and evaluate it objectively, I've been consistent the last month, more than a month, like since Miss Universe ended. And I've delegated so much. I was able to, restart, reset. My calendar used to be something I struggled with, and now it's a normal part of my life. It used to be something na fina-force ko sa sarili ko na parang, ayun, you gotta track everything. And now it's just natural. So even yung mga ganong bagay na I used to just want to be, now I am, to me, that's really growth. And it's not something that I was able to recognize na mabilisan lang. It's something that I needed to step back and see objectively talaga na parang, oh, kaya naman pala. Like, meron naman pala akong improvement. Na I really encourage you guys na if you are listening to this, I encourage you to step back and see how much you've grown, because I guarantee you, you've grown. It might feel like, wala naman ako masyadong progress, or wala naman ako masyadong nangyari. It's been a whatever year for me. But I guarantee there was a little win over there that you overlooked. There was a habit you built na hindi mo alam nandun pala, because it felt so natural, the transition. So, ayun. If you haven't checked yet, tanongin niyo yung sarili mo, how did I grow this year? And make sure na you celebrate yourself for that. Kasi, pinagdaanan mo yan for a year to achieve that.
Oo. Tsaka it's one more nice habit that you can incorporate para makita mo rin yung self-growth mo is always list your wins. Even the
Yeah!
smallest of wins. Kanina before we recorded, I was going through my journal, my Notion actually. Chine-check ko kung ano yung mga wins ko kasi every single month or kapag may win ako na parang I feel like, okay, I just got up today for workout, nililista ko siya. Kasi madalas, ako kasi, ewan ko kung sa inyo pero sobrang makakalimutin ko talaga. Parang ang dami kong wins na nakalimutan ko na and naalala ko lang kanina dahil
Kasi
nilista
sinulat
ko sa
niya.
Notion. Ganon. So, it's a nice habit then to build to alam mo yan, parang congratulate yourself even for the smallest kinds of wins.
So guys, do that in 2022. List your wins this year.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Okay, this one is from Trisha 18. Sabi niya, ano po ba dapat unahin, ACADS or mental health? I am grade conscious po kasi. Ayan, we have a lot of students in our audience as well. So ito para sa inyo tong question na to. ACADS or mental health? And I guess nag-apply din naman to for our working friends. So ikaw, madam, how would you go about this given you were a star student?
I would actually parang sobrang relate ako dito kasi I used to be a very grade conscious person, and ako kasi academic scholar ako, so I need to
You had
maintain
to.
my grades. Yun, nandun yung pressure. I really had to. Ako talaga, pushing myself to the limit, but I should know kung kailan ako magsa-stop. Parang, sige, aral ako ng aral. Mag-e-effort talaga ako hanggang sa hindi ko na kaya. Pero parang dapat self-aware ako kung ano yung mga signs na kailangan kong magpahinga. Kahit 30 minutes lang yan. Kahit maglakad lang ako sa labas or alam mo yun, parang makipag-usap sa friend or i-cuddle yung aso ko. Ganon. So, dapat, yun nga, may telltale signs ka na pagod ka na. Or also one more tip I do is yun nga, yung Pomodoro technique. Wow, college pa lang, nagpo-Pomodoro. So Pomodoro is parang timing yourself for deep focus. For example, for 30 minutes and then you take breaks for 5 minutes to 10 minutes tapos balik ka ulit sa deep work. Kasi ako, mini breaks talaga work for me. Well, iba-iba rin kasi talaga sa tao Pero ako ngayon, it's a balance of really working hard but still prioritizing my mental health. Kasi again, kung hindi mo talaga aalagaan yung sarili mo, hindi mo maaalagaan yung grades mo, hindi mo maaalagaan yung work mo, hindi mo maaalagaan yung pamilya mo. So, sarili mo talaga muna. It's not selfish. It's one of the things it's one of the factors na makakatulong ka sa iba or makakatulong ka sa pamilya mo. Kasi ako for me, if I get enough sleep, if I get enough rest, alam mo yun, parang okay yung yung routine ko, mas nakakapag-isip ako, mas naaalagaan ko yung pamilya ko, mga importanteng tao sa buhay ko. So, yun nga, as a grade conscious Trisha, be also self-aware kapag alam mo nang pagod ka na. Kasi at the end of the day, ikaw ang pinaka-importante.
Yeah.
Yung mental health mo ang pinaka-importante.
Ako, I guess, speaking as a non-grade conscious person, nakakatawa, madam, because I feel like almost everybody assumes I was grade conscious when I was studying. But I was complete opposite, you guys. I'm the complete opposite. As in, I'm not proud, pero wala akong pake sa grades ko when I was studying, especially when I was in high school. When I was in college, bumawi naman ako. I really tried to be a better student and it worked out well, thankfully. Pero when I was in high school, hindi talaga. Now, in hindsight, kasi, everything is clear, diba, when you look back. So I guess, take this advice not from not grade conscious Ayin, but from adult Ayin who can now look back and see ano ba yung nag-work for me, what didn't work for me. So I think number one, you got to stop looking at it as if high grades equal bad mental health. It doesn't have to be that way. Like what Rizza said, if you're taking care of yourself, it's easier to take care of everything else. So take care of your mental health as a way to have good grades. It needs to be that way. Na parang the best way you can perform is when you are at your optimum level. So paano ka mapupunta sa optimum level mo? You need to get good sleep. You need to work around your schedule para meron kang sleep, meron kang exercise, meron kang time to study because it is possible. And maybe it's difficult because it's all about systems. Some people have more responsibilities than others. Baka sa bahay mo, mas marami kang chores. Baka working student ka, alam mo yon. So maraming different factors, pero again, we have the ability to create systems. This is why I love systems so much, kasi it's not a one solution for everyone. You can create a system that works for your life. So for example, yung calendar mo, what does it look like? How are you gonna block off time so nakakatulog ka pa rin, nakakapasok ka sa work, nakakapasok ka sa school, nakakapag-aral ka? What can you adjust? Is it your location? Can you adjust that? Is it your income? Can you adjust that? Is it your time? Can you adjust that? Is it setting boundaries? Like maybe you can ask your parents, this hour I need to be studying. So if okay lang po, I'll move my hugas ng pinggan to a later hour para makapag-aral muna ako bago ako ma-drain mentally. So again, pinpoint the issues that are making you suffer mentally. Address that para mas maayos mo rin yung academic life mo. Kasi again, ano naman yung magandang grades kung nagsasuffer ka in your head? Like, you need to be able to enjoy your grades. You need to be able to celebrate your success and your achievements. And if you're not okay mentally, how are you going to do that? So maybe you'll take a hit a little bit. Maybe you're going to be a little mediocre, But at the end of the day, I think whatever makes you cope well or better with your responsibilities, I think that's superior. Kasi ako, honestly, guys, I wasn't the best student academically. I was a good student. I did my responsibilities, pero like my grades were not stellar. But I think I turned out well anyway because I like to think I was well-rounded. I had organizations, I had internships, I had friends. I was able to enjoy my time there. So kahit na, yes, may stress. May stress sa ACADS, may stress sa deadlines, but that is not the end all and be all of everything. Remember that school is a way to train you. So if it's just making you suffer, then you're not actually getting the most out of it. You need to be getting lessons instead of suffering. So the question is, how can I make this work for me? How can I make the situation better and understand that you are not helpless? To give you a background, or like not a background, like a reference. My sister is in med school. My sister's in med school. She is also she used to be my customer service agent. Wow, siya yung community
Okay.
manager na Morena. So she would be arranging orders, she would be responding to Instagram DMs. Siya yung nag-aayos nun. But she was also in med school. She was also weightlifting. She was also doing spin classes. So just imagine, di ko alam how she does it exactly, but one thing I'm sure of is she has created the system so everything can be done. So ginusto niya mag-med, ginusto niya magtrabaho for me, ginusto niya rin mag-workout. So she was able to do that, and it took her some time. It took her some time to really overhaul her old habits, her old, kinasanayan. And once she was able to set up that system, sobrang ano niya na, sobrang ang consistent niya na. Like even when she's at home, kaya niya pa rin sundan yung boundaries na she set for herself. So yun, it's really all about setting up life so that it can work for you instead of the other way around. So good luck. Sana you can zoom out and pinpoint your pain points para you can make the necessary adjustments so that you don't have to sacrifice your mental health for good grades. Kasi, you're important too.
Yes. I love that. Pinpoint your pain points. I
Oy, a
love that.
quotable.
Okay, for our next question, what are your reset plans for 2022? Reset plans, exciting.
So, bale
Ako,
parang ito yung area ng life mo na hindi mo masyado nagawan
oo,
ng
hindi
magandang
talaga.
sistema.
Oo, kailangan ko talagang gawa ng systems around it. I should pin my pain points for this one. Kasi 2021 has been hustle, 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 hustle for me. And that actually sa Notion ko, sabi ko, dapat magbabakasyon ako at least thrice
Mm-hmm.
this year. Pero ang nagawa ko maybe 2 lang. 2, pero at least it's still bakasyon. And it's still a workation. Ako kasi, na-mention ko na to before na I'm really someone who thrives with working. Parang ang kaya kong mag-off pero hindi ganun katagal. Na at dapat parang it would honestly keep my sanity. Like in a day, alam ko yung iba kayang parang keep their minds off of work for the entire day. Ako kasi hindi. And I accepted that. And I just need to work around it. So what I do is, yun nga, I just have nag-set lang ako ng boundaries, ganyan, na okay, kapag weekends, hindi na ako mag-check ng email, or sige, fine, Riz, you can still work, pero ganitong number of hours lang, ganon. Parang naghahagal ako sa workaholic self ko. Ayun. But definitely reset plans for 2022. Gusto ko mag-plot talaga ng vacation days kasi hindi talaga maganda yung burnout for me. Parang, ewan ko ba, I've always talked about burnout and telltale signs of me being burnt out. Pero minsan talaga, siya demand talaga ng work na kailangan mong mag-work. Wala kang choice kasi deadlines, etc. Pero yun nga, I just really need to work on bettering my systems.
Yeah.
Definitely
Pero madam, in
process.
fairness, I mean, you were able to make time to do yoga consistently and work out consistently. So I think that's still, a plus point for you na parang you were able to incorporate that into your system. So the fact that you have your mornings to work out, I think it's pretty good talaga. Na you should that's a milestone.
I got to be more compassionate with myself na I realized na, hey Riz, you can't always be 100% in every single aspect of your life. Meron talagang mga times na, okay, 100% ka sa health, pero alam mo yun, maglalax ka on work. Meron din namang iba na 100% ka sa work, pero maglalax ka on relationships. Parang natanggap ko na ganun talaga yung buhay na to get less frustrated kapag hindi ako 100% sa lahat. Na
Mm.
it's normal, Riz, you are just human, may katawang lupa ka, at hindi mo kayang gawin lahat ng 100%. So I just made peace with that. I guess, yun nga, isa sa mga reset plans ko then for 2022 is to be more compassionate with myself and with others. Since yun nga, I am making more time for health and being a healthy and inspiring leader naman, I really
Mm-mm.
want to continue that. And one more thing in resetting for 2022 is to continue being humble na hindi ko alam lahat. Na I
Yeah.
can still improve as a CEO, I can still improve as a wife, I can still improve as a friend, and I
Mm.
can still improve as an entire human being na
Yeah.
hindi hard on myself. I
Mm.
just need to keep on feeding the loving wolf as much as I can.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do, but
It's a hard thing
we
to
are
do.
trying.
Mhm.
Ay. Ako siguro, madam, reset plans ko for 2022. I would probably focus on health and wellness in general. So one of the things that I started doing this year, as in super late, like literally like 2 weeks ago, ganyan, started getting checked up for everything. As in, iniisa-isa ko na sila. So like, I had my, ang tawag dito, yung breast ultrasound. So ayun, so I did that. I wanna go see an OB-GYN. I need to see a surgeon for my lumps. And I also want to be more consistent with the dentist. I also want to ano pa ba? May isa pa ako eh. My therapist for like my mental health. So I think I've postponed this because I don't know if some of you guys can relate with me, but when I was in my early 20s and I was really like struggling, as in, sobrang pinospone ko talaga yung health ko. Kasi natatakot lang ako na parang, oh no, how much is this gonna cost me? As in like, pag inisip ko like, oh, if I go to the dentist, it might be a lot of money. I was scared. Natatakot talaga ako na parang, oh, baka
Same.
yung bill ko, ganyan, ganyan.
Same.
So anyway, I wish I didn't postpone that. Kasi, as in, bumalik talaga, madam. As in, like, my tooth has been the source of my stress for, like, a few months this year. And until now, like, pabalik-balik pa rin ako. Kasi, lagi may sumisipot. So, yon, I really want to work on that. I want to reset. At the same time, those pains have gotten in the way of my health and fitness. So, especially like after Miss Universe, medyo nahirapan ako bumalik sa sistema ko of like staying consistent with workouts. Although I have built enough good habits over the last year na hindi naman ako, alam mo yun, hindi ako sobrang nawala na energy, hindi ako sobrang naging weak. Pero at the same time, I want to get back to that because like what Madam Riza said earlier, I work out also for my mental health. It's for me to feel good and it's not for me to look good because like the looking good part is a byproduct of working out. Pero yung feeling good, that's instant. As in for me, that's instant. So I want to bring that more consistently into my life. I started yun nga last week. I said I started going to yoga in person. Super saya talaga. As in sobrang tutuwa talaga ako na there are in-studio classes again. Kasi to me, that's very important. So ayun, I want to be more consistent with that. I want to stop letting work get in the way of my health and wellness. So ayun, yun lang naman yung pinaka-reset plan ko for 2022. And for the next episode, we'll dive deeper into that because we are going to talk about our lessons for 2021. Ayan. So I guess we can do one last question, Madam, since we are
Go.
running out of time.
Go right.
Let's do this one from Ain't Your Business. She is saying, I am going away for good. Any tips on my first solo adventure? Ayan. Madam, nakapag-solo adventure ka na ba?
I've never had a solo
Really?
adventure. So this is your question to
Pero what
answer.
about it? What about it is like, ano yun, hindi mo lang siya talaga nagawa? Or like, is it something you don't really feel like doing? Bakit?
Ako kasi, number one, wala naman akong pera. I mean, hindi ako
Before?
before. Wala akong pera before. Second is my parents are super duper strict. Remember? I even,
Yes.
oo, friends, kinasal ako to 28 years old. Yung ano ko, yung, ano bang tawag dun? Yung curfew ko, nag-end din. Just days
Nung kinasal
before my
ka?
wedding. Oo, just days before my wedding. So I didn't get the chance to
Mhm.
travel alone. And also, I was in a relationship for a long time. So 18 years old ako, I had my first boyfriend hanggang sa kinasal ako. May boyfriend ako. So parang okay, okay lagi silang kasama just in case my group travel,
Mm.
ganyan. So,
Di mo
yun. So, this is your
na-experience yung
question to
ano.
answer talaga.
Di mo na-experience yung eat, pray, love.
Hindi, wali. Walang ganon.
Okay, so I guess this is my question to answer because I have been a solo adventurist for a while. Um, uh, I guess to give you a background, the first time I traveled by myself, I went to London for a summer. As in, I took a break from working ng mga 3 months to do like a short summer course in London. Tapos yun yung first time ko mag-isa. And it was so scary. Kasi, nung time na yun, I was 22, I believe. I was 22 years, no, 21. Hindi pa ako nagta-22 noon. I was
Grabe.
21.
Super young.
Meron na akong trabaho and everything. So, it wasn't like, fresh grad, ganyan. I was already working. Pero kasi, I think part of it was intimidated pa ako. Like, I wasn't really confident in myself. So, I was really intimidated by, number one, new people. I was scared for my safety for some reason kasi parang nadikdik sa utak ko na the world is scary, like don't go out at night. Parang ganun, parang may ganun akong fear. But then again, in hindsight, looking back, my gosh, sobrang safe, sobrang enjoy, and bad things happen anywhere around the world. So it's just important to be vigilant and don't let the fear take away your experience. Kasi ako, honestly, during my first solo adventure, sobrang takot ako to the point na, imagine, pagka dumilim na, hindi na ako lalabas. Eh, parang, that really took a lot of opportunities to, hang out with people. Kasi syempre, they would go on dinners. I wouldn't go to
Yeah.
dinner. Imagine, madam. Hindi ako nagdi-dinner. Kasi sobrang takot ako. Hindi ako
Oo.
nagdi-dinner with people outside. As in, by the time na nag-set yung sun, I was in my dorm room. I was cooking potatoes dun sa maliit na, na stove. And yun na yun, I would be watching K-dramas. I was in
Uh-huh.
London watching K-dramas. Ano naman yun? Nakakaloka. Tapos naalala ko may time pa na I bought a ticket, like a train ticket. It was super cheap. Like, ano lang, parang ten pounds to go to a different part of the country. Tapos hindi ako sumipot kasi natakot ako. Nakakaloka. So yun, really don't let your fear get in the way of adventure kasi if you do your research, if you remain vigilant, if ano ka naman, like always alert, always attentive, you can take care of yourself. It's you just need to be mindful. Pero wag kang mapangunahan ng takot is my number one tip, I guess. Another thing that I'd like to add is make friends. Make friends wherever you are. It's so fun to join communities. Kasi like for example, when I moved naman to Spain, kung saan ako napadpad. Ngayon, parang, oh my gosh, kung saan ako napadpad. Nagtrabaho naman kasi ako sa Spain noong 2018. Hindi, madam, nagtrabaho ka sa Qatar, di
Actually, yun
ba?
nga yung isisingit ko
O
after your
sige,
ano eh.
ayan. Meron siya
Go.
isisingit after nito.
Ay, oo,
Pero,
go.
so nung nagtrabaho ko sa Spain, ano ko noon, I had like my comfort zone, which was my Filipino friends, of course. Like, kasi I had a roommate, si Janica, and then I also had two other friends na Filipinos. Kami yung like our little group. We were always together. But I also made it a point to, keep exploring and keep meeting new people. So, for example, I joined a writing group. Sobrang random. Like, I joined this website called Meetup. Tapos meron dong mga different hobbies. Tapos I joined the writing group. Madam, sobrang nakakatawa. Sobrang niche nung ginawa ko. So it's a writing group for fiction writers. So we would meet once a week, Wednesday afternoon, at the random cafe. Tapos we would have a writing prompt. Tapos magsusulat lang kami for 30 minutes. And then after nun, i-recite namin siya sa group. Tapos magbibigay ng feedback. Tapos natatawa lang ako kasi it's like, it's so random.
Ang saya.
Parang like, what in the Disney Channel is that? Pero na-enjoy ko yun kasi it introduced me to like different perspectives. It's like, imagine different age groups. Like, meron akong kasama doon na like 60-year-old white woman na I never would have the chance of, getting to know if not for that. So yeah, find communities wherever you are kasi maraming people who are also on their own solo adventures looking for friends. So yeah, go find them.
Yeah. Actually, in terms of friendships talaga, yan kasi ako naman, nag-work ako sa Doha, Qatar for a year. That was, I think, 2022. I was 22 years old, madam.
Wala
I
kang
worked
nun?
outside
Wala
of the
kang
country.
jowa nakasama sa Qatar nun?
Wala.
Oh, so
Wala.
mag-isa
So,
ka lang
technically,
talaga.
solo pala talaga siya.
Yes!
Wow, adventure yarn. Charot. So yun nga. Initially, since nga ang bata ko, takot na takot talaga ako. Again, ayun nga, I would attest to the safety issue. Nung kasi before I worked there, parang may 1 week na pwede ako magliwaliw, ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Pero alam mo, madam, sa takot ko, wala.
Wala
Nasa
kang
quarters
ginawa.
lang ako. Wala, zero. Kasi sobrang matatakotin kong tao na tipong, as in first time ever in my life, nahihiwalay ako sa bahay ng magulang ko. Na parang, yung ano ko noon, yung, what do you call this? Yung curfew ko before I left for Qatar was 6 p.m. o
Mm.
8 p.m. naman. Ewan ko, basta ganun. So, wala talaga akong alam sa nightlife. I've always been so intimidated with, alam mo yun, party people, ganun. Parang, ewan ko, I've always been a homebody din naman talaga.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, ano ba? Ang tip maybe is to not get intimidated na makipag-usap sa strangers. To make
Mm-hmm.
friends with people. Kasi, especially if different nationalities, ang saya kasi you get to learn a lot from them na parang yung culture nila, yung food yung super na appreciate ko kasi with hotels kasi in the hospitality industry especially sa Qatar dami kong friends na ibang nationalities talaga as in British, American, Indian as in talaga tas parang wala sobrang na-enjoy ko lang din talaga siya. Yun nga, one tip is to make friends and talk to strangers and explore with food kasi ako talaga sobrang
Food.
happy ko with food and lagi
Nakagutom.
akong kunwari nagfa-flat hopping ako sa mga office mates ko na, paglutuan mo naman ako ng specialty niyo, gano'n. Ng
Yeah.
national food niyo, gano'n.
Ang saya.
Ayun. Mm.
Ay. Ano pa ba? Going away for good. So I guess she's really moving to a different country. Siguro one thing I wish I did. Oh, and I think ano to. Kasi seasons. So, first time ko ma-introduce sa seasons, I wish I had splurged for my comfort. And what I mean by that is, when I moved abroad, I was so scared na mawawalan ako ng pera na hindi ako bumili ng duvet, hindi ako bumili ng magandang blanket, hindi ako bumili ng magandang sheets. Kasi I thought, sayang sa pera. But no, you gotta take care of yourself. So,
Oo.
buy the duvet. Yun talaga yung lesson ko. Buy the duvet kasi hindi ko siya binili because I wanted to like save money. Pero I was miserable for 3 months kasi nilalamig ako gabi-gabi. So if you're going to a country with winter, please, please gastusan mo yung warmth mo because that is really gonna make you feel bad if you don't. Kasi ako talaga malamigin akong tao, madam. Tapos hindi ako bumili ng
True.
duvet. Tapos na-realize ko na lang when yung roommate ko si Janix, nung parang pinamana niya sa akin yung duvet niya because she moved out. Tapos parang ako, oh my God, ganito pala feeling ng may warmth.
Nang
Pwede
hindi
pala to.
nilalamig.
So yeah, spend on your comfort because you don't have your family to look out for you, your parents to take care of you. So alagaan mo sarili mo. Yun.
Yun.
And I guess that wraps up our episode, Madam, for now. And stay tuned for the next one because we are doing our year-end
Year-ender
episode.
na. Oh my God. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, guys.
Love
Thank you for
you.
listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.